and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace, and joining me now is Petru Souvani of Tieto, and we're going to be discussing the era of platforms. Petru, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
So firstly, setting the scene, could you give us a short recap of what's happening in the transaction banking market?
I think that we are seeing very interesting developments in the transaction banking market. Firstly, if we think about the actual payment infrastructure and payment market point of view, we have been running in live with European instant payments for the Common Europe, called SEPA Credit Transfer Instant or SCT Inst. And secondly, another interesting market event is that the Nordic banks commonly formed an opinion that they would like to create a common Nordic payment infrastructure and a common Nordic payment area in order to sort of like deal with the requirements of the new payment market. So to create a common instant payment between 4 countries and also obviously cut cost on the central infrastructure. Then on the consumer side, I think that we are definitely going to the right direction with all the new apps and open banking application and PSD2 applications being available as a new service for the consumers. And there we are definitely like seeing myriad of new choices. More and more it's now coming to reality, and actually you have the apps available on your mobile, and at some points even to the length that you have sort of like battle of apps when you go to the point of sale and the NFC and BLE are battling. Thirdly, I would like to mention the corporates. So definitely corporates are now started to be in the game of the market change. So the disruptions have sort of reached the corporates, not only on the payment side, but also on the account side. Also on the payment side, we are seeing the same API developments, we are seeing the payments connected to the liquidity management, but then on the account side, we are seeing actual disruption of the concept of the account, because we are going more into virtual accounts, more into these flexible solutions where the corporates can create accounts when needed in order to help their internal processes.
All right, and what would you say is driving this forward?
Well, what I'm saying is driving this forward is this sort of the flexibility that the current markets are demanding. Because we discussed before of the APIs on the front end and the possibility to have the different user experience in the front end. And also you need to be like very flexible. So I'm talking myself that the bank should have a platform. So flexible platform. And why does the back end of the platform need to be flexible? Well, because of the market requirements that we discussed. So if we have new market requirements popping up to the customer or the consumer side, then the banks should be very fast in connecting that to their bank. But also if the new requirement, in order to fulfill that, is required to connect something to the bank's back end and offer it through seamlessly real time with self-service like we discussed to the actual consumer or corporate customer, then that creates the challenge. And that is the reason also why the bank systems should be like we discussed before.
Of course, now you've mentioned platforms, but just to clarify, what considerations should banks be taking into account around platforms?
So what are the characteristics of the platform? Well, I already mentioned that you need to be flexible both front and back end. Obviously, then you need to integrate sideways to the bank system so that you can have invoicing and billing systems and so forth. Then you need to integrate into analytics. But then the platform itself, there should be a level of modularity, so you can pick and choose the package that you're offering to your customer, and also you can pick and choose the package that you're actually using as a bank. And here we can actually connect to what we discussed in the beginning, that one part of this platform is actually virtual accounts and flexible accounts, because it's not only that the payments have been disrupted, but the actual concept of account has been disrupted in a sense that the banks are giving possibilities to corporates to create more accounts, deduct more accounts, create hierarchies of accounts, whatever is possible or needed in order to help in their internal processes. And we already see the same going into consumer side, when the consumers can do personal financial management by opening up virtual accounts and not using real accounts anymore. So this is, we are sometimes saying that virtual replaces the real, but I would say here that the virtual supplements the real.
Mm-hmm. Petri, this has been great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.